get into Q&A. But first things first, our speaker, John. So John is currently the head of marketing at LinkedIn Canada, focused on delivering performance value to clients coast to coast. Prior to LinkedIn, John led global digital marketing for Four Seasons Hotels and Resorts, leading to record e-commerce growth for the chain. John is also a veteran in the tech industry, spending over 3 years at Google and Microsoft. So that's it for me. John, take it away.
Yeah, thank you. Great to see everybody. I unfortunately have to follow up the fun magician. So I have the very difficult task of delivering a exciting presentation for the next 20 minutes. I do not know any magic. I think the only magic I can produce is probably putting you to sleep within the next 20 minutes with this with this presentation. But let me just share with you and let me know if there are any issues with seeing the screen. So my presentation today, my session today is to give you a rundown into LinkedIn, more specifically on the LinkedIn marketing solutions side of the house. We all know LinkedIn, great platform for you to stay engaged with professionals, with perhaps finding a job, seeking new opportunities. But LinkedIn has really become the hub, the go-to platform for B2B marketers. And we actually have a tagline of do business where business is done. So my presentation today is just to give you an overview of what the capabilities are from LinkedIn from a marketing perspective, and really what you can do on the platform as a marketer. So really the challenges we are trying to solve for our clients, for the marketing professional, are these three things that we're seeing in the industry, right? The buyers, in this case, you're looking at tech buyers, SaaS buyers, perhaps companies looking for even agencies, right? Their buying journey is very complex. There's usually various stakeholders within to make the decision. There's a buying committee for a lot of the bigger enterprises. It could take months and sometimes even years to make a decision on which software to go with, which company to partner with. So LinkedIn have that unique opportunity to solve those problems. We also know that obviously, both as consumers, but also as business professionals, we're distracted, right? There are just bombardments of messages, content, articles, paid and organic, just hitting us at all times. And then lastly is the ROI, right? As marketers, we have to prove out the dollars that we spend have to generate dollars in return in terms of revenue, leads, clicks, and so on, right? So that's the challenges that we're trying to face, that we're all faced with. And LinkedIn marketing solutions really actively try to solve these three things by tackling these three things and offering unique solutions. Number one is our platform allows you to reach decision makers at scale, right? We have over, with the latest numbers we have steadily grown to one of the most popular platforms in the world, right? And the professionals within our platforms, for the most part, right, they are engaged in business conversations, right? They're talking about opportunities, they're talking about industry trends, they're talking about business conversations, right? Unlike other platforms that are out there that we compete with. And then finally is we consistently have been ranked as the platform that gains the most trust from our members, right? And that's very important for marketers, right? Because you want your content to be consumed by professionals who are in the right mindset, next to other conversations that not going to jeopardize your brand safety and so on. So in terms of the numbers, we have over 700 million members now globally, and that is continuing to grow. And in terms of, again, more not just a number of members, but also we are seeing their propensity to buy, their propensity to consume content to be a lot higher versus some of our competitors, right? And then also 4 in 5 members are actually decision makers, whether it be for enterprise companies or even small medium businesses, right? So that really gives us that unique value prop. And as I said, the people who are on our platform are in the mindset of consuming content, business content, and they are really in the mindset of, being engaged with the marketing and the campaigns that you might be gravitate towards, right? They're not watching cat videos, they're not engaging perhaps political conversations, right? So really a place that you can showcase your latest product knowledge, product information, launches, value props, and what's down the roadmap, right? So again, and also for us this is something we really it's important for us. Trust is important. Our members trust the content on our platform. They understand that in the current climate, there might be platforms out there that have a lot of, let's just say, compromised sources, right? So LinkedIn, we traditionally have been ranked the top in terms of social media platforms that members trust. So when you're running ads and you're running content out there, it is in the right space for two members in the right mindset, right? So what I'm going to move on to would be what, as a marketer or even as a professional looking to utilize LinkedIn, what are some of the things to watch out for? What are some of our capabilities? And we essentially built this kind of like a playbook where there are 5 steps you should take to really maximize your investment, your time, and your resources, right? So starting with number 1, which is just, it's important to plan for objectives. Oh, oops. For marketing, right? We obviously have a lot of clients who are looking to grow their bottom line, right? They're looking to grow their return, they're looking to grow leads, but also LinkedIn is also a great platform to drive awareness, right? If you're launching a brand new product, if you're launching a new solution, LinkedIn gives you that ability to do both, right? That full funnel approach. And the way the backend is designed, you can tailor your campaigns accordingly to fulfill the objectives that you have, right? Some of these are not going to be, they're not new, right? You do see this from other platforms, whether it be Facebook or Google, right? And we also help our clients and help our advertisers deliver great results and impact. I think what's really the secret sauce of LinkedIn is that our ability to target, right? Our ability to really reach business decision makers and professionals through various ways, right? You can target using obviously company, seniorities, education, interest, and identity. And these are all things that the member filled out as they signed up to LinkedIn, right? So obviously myself, marketing professional in LinkedIn, in the advertising industry, and I have a lot of interests and hobbies when it comes to following thought leaders on communication, on business strategy. So you, as a marketer, you're able to really zero in on your target and not waste dollars targeting perhaps folks that may not be receptive to your message or may not be in your target demographic. So this is one of our secret sauce, but one of the most powerful and really unique ways that offerings that we give to our advertisers. So obviously we also have additional capabilities as well for us to build using AI, lookalike audiences, expansion to reach other folks who share similar behavior, who share those traits that you're looking to go after. So these are all, again, capabilities that LinkedIn have that a lot of our competitors also offer, but we do give that ability to be very, very much zeroed into the particular individual, particular business decision maker you're looking to target. So the other things that we do see on the platform is that other than the paid solutions, outbound efforts, we do give our advertisers and clients and also organizations the ability to just engage with their audience, right? The LinkedIn platform itself allows organic content, allows you to reach those who decide to follow your business. right? Maybe you're giving them an update on the latest product. Perhaps you have a big conference, big summit coming up that you want to use LinkedIn to promote, right? These are all sources that and offerings that you can tap into for free, right? You don't have to pay LinkedIn necessarily to run a sponsored content for these offerings, right? It really gives the ability to build a community and get everyone connected, and to perhaps help each other, engage in conversations and discussions, or even answer particular questions that someone may have, right? And then obviously we have the LinkedIn pages. That's kind of the bread and butter of where all these things get started, right? I would just say the majority of businesses, they start here. They build their LinkedIn presence through their LinkedIn page, where they post regular updates, website information, phone numbers, right? Where if someone were to get more information on your products or your business, this is the place to go on LinkedIn, right? This is, again, very similar to some of the other offerings from other platforms. This is your hub, and for you to engage those loyal fans and followers of your brand. Oh, and then what we have recently expanded is because of what we have seen with the with COVID, is that a lot of physical events have unfortunately disbanded, and we have started to offer virtual events and virtual event solutions to our clients as well. So on LinkedIn right now, you're able to host events and virtual events, right? Again, bringing in customers, prospects, perhaps followers to share the latest updates, share offerings, or even perhaps in the future roadmap of what your company is up to. So great. This is a brand new product. We're really excited, and really hits one of the pain points that a lot of our enterprise clients have faced in the past 18 months, is the ability to shift to a virtual event setting. So when it comes to campaigns, right? Obviously, when it comes to when it comes to a paid campaign, we also have tons of different formats and different ways for you to reach your target audience. And you can using sponsored content, sponsored messages, or different ad formats that we have on the platform. And then finally is really just on the measurement end, right? And as I said, one of the key pillars, the third pillar that's really important for brands and companies, is its ability to measure, its ability to prove results back to the business. And LinkedIn, we also have really robust measurement capabilities to prove out, for example, the number of leads that are generated, the number of website conversions, the number of, obviously, upper funnel or mid funnel tactics like clicks and impressions as well. So our advertiser and our customers really appreciate and love about our platform its ability to prove out value and to showcase the connection directly to sales, right? To that revenue number that obviously we all care about. So just really great, robust capabilities on the back end. And then if you move up in the funnel, something a lot of brand marketers care about is really impressions, really views and clicks and visitors to the website. So we also have that ability as well to show to our customers what we are helping them with, what we are bringing to their website, and who these individuals are, right? So for example, you might, before you launch a campaign, you might have some idea or perhaps assumptions on who your customers are, right? What they do, where they're from. And then as the data comes in, we are able to share, we are able to test those assumptions, right? By giving our customers those specific data on the customers that we brought to their website that converted, right? So as marketers, you will go back and really just stress test those assumptions and then adjust your campaigns and content accordingly, right? If there are a big disconnect, perhaps what you originally thought weren't actually true and weren't actually what the data is actually saying, you should adjust accordingly. So that's something that really experienced marketing veterans do on a consistent basis. And then these are kind of just the steps that we are able to offer throughout this marketing funnel, right? Starting from the very top, brand awareness, to really business impact. We're really able to offer all these measurements and data back to our clients on all these things. You know, different clients have different goals. Most of them obviously have really lead generation, business impact, and website conversion as the most important kind of foundational things to measure. But we also understand that it's really, you got to look at the holistic picture, how everything connects, and we're able to provide those additional data points and layers to our clients. Cool. And then really, I think for us is this is really, you know, the last slide is for LinkedIn. We are moving towards this world where our platform, people will no longer just see LinkedIn as a place to find a job, right? We are seeing from our data, from our user growth and engagement, especially now more than ever, people don't just go on LinkedIn if they need a job. People are regularly using LinkedIn to connect with other professionals, with other, maybe their peers, engage in conversations and learn from each other. And we also know that the business decision maker and those professionals are very active on our platform, right? So if you are a brand, if you are a company looking to influence their behavior, looking to bring them on board to your business, LinkedIn is really the place, right? We are the place that will help our customers, our advertisers achieve whatever result that they have. So with that, I know that was a lot of, by no means, you know, in 20 minutes, I'm able to kind of explain every single detail of LinkedIn marketing solutions, but hopefully this gave you an overview in terms of our capabilities, in terms of where the business is going and what we're thinking about, and how some of the biggest brands in the world are tapping into the power of LinkedIn. So with that, I'll pause here for any questions. Feel free to ask me about anything related to, you know, the marketing solutions of the house, the presentation that I just did. But if you have any questions about any other, you know, tips or tricks about LinkedIn, feel free to shoot. Yeah.
Alrighty, thanks so much, John. That was super insightful for everyone here. As someone with a digital marketing background as well, I found some of these things pretty intriguing. I'm sure a lot of our students here will be able to relate to them in some way or another, or find some benefit out of this in the coming years. But I'm going to quickly check over the questions that we have over here. So we do have one. I'm going to just, I will read these questions out loud for you, John, and then I guess we can just take them one question at a time. So one student asked, what can LinkedIn advertisers look forward to in terms of new and innovative content types available on the platform?
Yeah, good question. I think the bread and butter and what the majority of our advertisers spend money on, invest in, is really the sponsored content piece. So that meaning in the newsfeed that's the traditional ad type, right? Where you have an image or even a video with a call out to your website. So that is continue to be the highest performing, the ones that members click the most off of, and then for the dollars to pour in. So that's the current de facto leader. But moving forward, more innovative ad types, we are looking at stories, right? Where a lot of our members are sharing their professional updates and what they're doing from a professional lens. So we are testing this out. This recently have been rolled out. We will be rolling out the advertising solution and the products for stories as well. So very similar to what you're seeing on Instagram, what you're seeing on Snapchat, and then most recently Pinterest. So we're testing that, and that will be kind of the emerging ad format moving forward.
Alrighty, do you think that LinkedIn will soon become overcrowded, making it hard for companies and individuals to be heard? Or if so, how are you planning on addressing this change or these challenges?
Yeah, I would say so. I wouldn't say overcrowded as a as a bad thing, right? Overcrowded just means that people see the value of the platform, right? People see the potential of LinkedIn. So more advertisers will come in, and then they would obviously try to compete for everyone's attention. But that's just the reality for every platform, right? Mm-hmm. So I would just see that as a good thing. I would just say something to watch would be something we're looking to address is obviously controlling the frequency of the ads our members actually see. So a lot of testing goes on the back end of not really bombarding our members with just tons of ad nonstop, right? So there is a control mechanism in place on the back end that we actively try to balance out. And that's what we're trying to do on a consistent basis. And then something else is we do spend a lot of time, a lot of money on preventing really controversial ads or even conversations that violates our policy, right? Whether you're posting about whichever conversations that just don't fit within our brand guidelines. So that is something else we're trying to do to protect our members. But in summary, I do think it's a good thing for LinkedIn as a whole if more advertisers were to come in, because that also make sure everybody actually produces the best creative, the best campaign.
Got it. Very cool. That's a good question to whoever asked that. Next question. Let's see. What marketing solutions can students leverage when they are just starting to build their LinkedIn presence?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. So I would just say, as students, I think the most important thing for you to focus on would be the organic side, right? So make sure you really, really take a look at your profile. Make sure you have, for example, a professional headshot, right? Not a headshot of you perhaps doing unprofessional things, right? Make sure you have a professional headshot. Make sure your employment history, volunteer history, experience are clearly outlined. Your impact, writing a really great summary. So starting there, I would just say that's the most important thing. And then go join different professional groups and communities on LinkedIn, right? Follow thought leaders, engage in conversations, reach out to perhaps alumni or business professionals, learn from them, book virtual coffee conversations, right? Learn from your peers, learn from your elders, right? Learn from other experienced professionals. I would say that's the second thing. And then, looking at the paid side is we are starting to roll out a program where people can get certified on using our platform. So that is to come, and when it is officially rolled out, spend the time, get yourself educated, and if you were to end up working for a B2B company that uses LinkedIn, which many of them do, you're certified, and that puts you in a great spot to land that dream job or that opportunity.
Speaking of dream job, one student asked, LinkedIn is a dream company for many students to work for. You do have a structured student hiring program in the US. However, are there any plans to implement the same in Canada? I understand this might not be your direct area. So
yeah, no, for sure. I think for LinkedIn, we used to partner with the organization to have an internship program, and we had a couple of interns to rotate every 3-4 months. However, with COVID, that was on pause, and I believe now it's back on. So there will be we do participate in an internship program with other organizations as well. In terms of like formal internship programs, that is still in the works. I don't have the clear full information on that. But just know that the Canadian team and the Canadian business is slowly growing, and we're going to have more opportunities within the next 2 to 3 years. So I do anticipate we will have a formal, proper internship program, very similar to Microsoft, for example, that we're part of, right?
Very exciting. Okay, so switching back over to the digital marketing lens, from your point of view, what content types do you think don't perform well on LinkedIn?
Yeah, I would just say, I think on LinkedIn, it's very similar to other platforms, right? If you look at some best practices and things to avoid, I would just say avoid long-winded videos, right? Anything more than 30 seconds a minute, it's going to be very difficult for someone to sit through that and watch the whole thing, right? When you have images that are not high quality, or if it's too cluttered, right? That's not going to work for LinkedIn. Very similar to not working on Instagram or some of the other platforms, right? I think what some of our advertisers forget is that even though members on LinkedIn are professionals, at the end of the day, they're all consumers, right? They are people who are exposed to other advertising through other platforms every single day, right? So they're not different, really. They're still people. So the same principles, the same best practices, and the same pitfalls to avoid, you should apply the same thing, right? Yes, there are some nuances for sure for LinkedIn, but don't forget the foundational things.
Yeah, makes sense. You talked a lot about all the different features that LinkedIn digital marketing has over your presentation. I myself had a question. I think I'll kind of tie it in with the student's question here. What would you say is the single feature that your customers enjoy the most, or perhaps the single core competency or value differentiator from the LinkedIn digital marketing platform?
Yeah, I think the most important, the magic sauce and why a lot of advertisers turn to us is our ability to target business professionals, and we are really able to zero in, right? So for example, if you're looking to target HR professionals because you are, let's say, Workday, right? You're selling HR software. Let's say if you are an agency looking to get marketers to employ you, right? Or to pay for your services, right? You're able to do that on LinkedIn. You're able to really zero in and really segment and target those individuals only, right? Whereas for some of the other platforms, yes, they have other targeting capabilities, but they won't be able to find those professionals as efficiently as we do, right? And that I would just say that's probably our most important feature. And also the data that we provide, the targeting parameters that we do provide are probably more accurate because members do self-identify and they do put their own company name, like where they have worked, what they're interested in. And many of them do that really, really accurately because they use their LinkedIn profile as a way to secure future opportunities, right? So I'm not going to say all, but many don't deceive or they don't lie on that. Whereas for other platforms, the accuracy is probably not as great. So I would just say that's probably the most important feature.